This week, we are discussing the intersection of hip hop, art, and cryptocurrency. I'm joined today by three amazing guests, including Jim Jones, the legendary Harlem rapper and NFT collector, Rob Richardson, the CEO of Disrupt Art, and Cordell Broadus, a successful NFT entrepreneur. Welcome to the show, fellas.
Thanks for having us.
How y'all feeling?
What up? What up?
Oh, yeah. Glad to have you all on. And I wanted to start with you, Rob. You recently have started a new collection with Jim Jones. Could you talk more about that collection and how that came about?
Yeah, so I'm Rob Richardson, the CEO of Disrupt Art, and we've started a collection, but it's part of it's actually hosted on our full scale marketplace. So I'll put it this way: we can do everything OpenSea can do, but OpenSea can't do everything we can. Our goal is to be where like Netflix, hip hop, and culture all meet, all on the blockchain, and we're doing that on another blockchain called Flow blockchain. So, what Badazz Bears, which is the project, I'll definitely let Jim Jones talk about the inspiration. Badazz Jones is one of the projects that are being hosted on there. And we're honored to work with them, and we're making sure we want to make it easy for people to enter into the Web3 space. We don't think it should be as complicated as it is right now with MetaMask and everything else. So the goal is to keep all of the benefits of Web3 while still making it almost as easy as Web2 for people to enter into the space. Because that's where I think that's where we needed to make sure more people, specifically more diverse communities, are onboarded into this process. So that's why we worked with Jim, because Jim's been he'll tell you, he's been an OG. He's been doing this longer than I've been in terms of being in crypto. He's been in there for a long time and has seen the opportunity for us to create more generational wealth and to really help connect our community more. And so I wanted to make sure that some of us actually own the full platforms, the distribution companies, because even in this decentralized economy, there's still going to be distribution channels. There's still going to be media channels. And I want to make sure that, we own some of those too, and not just have to rely on other people to include us in. We get inclusion by building. And so that's the reason. So yes, we started a collection with Jim Jones, one of our signature projects, but we are a full scale NFT marketplace. We can host full movies, and we're going to work on fashion, film, and music and really differentiate ourselves there.
Oh, yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. Ownership. Definitely have to have it in this space. And Jim, definitely tell us a little bit more about the Badazz Bears collection. I know you've been in the space for a while, spoken with you before. So tell us a little bit about this and how you'll build a successful NFT community.
I've been doing this for a little while. Shout out to nephew. You got young Snoop in the building, kind of crazy. Dig Snoop is one of my favorite artists. So Pops is one of my favorite of all time. Like, that's my Michael Jordan in his hip hop game. So anytime I see man, it shit blows my mind. But the NFT space, Badazz Bears, I've been in this NFT space for a long time. Probably like the first hip hop artist to bump into it, because I've had some very techie people that have been in the space. Trying to understand it. I first took it as digital memorabilia. Moving forward, sold a couple NFTs of some of my own items, personal items and things like that. And just watching all the communities and how everybody's been putting these communities together and all these elaborate NFTs. My Uncle Ricky's been an artist for all I can remember from since I've been a child. He's had a troubled life, back and forth, being in and out of jail. In his last bid, he started sending me these pictures years ago of teddy bears in hopes to him to create a clothing line when he come out of school. Let's call it school. Fast forward, looking at Bored Apes and Crypto Punks and all these dope NFT communities, I was like, the light came on in my head, like, yo, your uncle's an artist and he's been sending you these bears. Instead of a clothing line, maybe let's see if we could turn it into an NFT. That led to me asking the question. Me asking the question led to where we at now. So there's a very special project to me, because the artist is my uncle that's attached to it, and this is his art that we actually turned into NFTs, which is pretty dope to include him in such a big play, and hopefully it can help him turn his life around from him having so much hardships for all I can remember.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, super dope. And again, if we're going to go mainstream, you have to include everybody, right? So glad to see you. Yep. You're definitely working with Jim, and love the collaboration there. And Cordell, I wanted to ask you, you are the brains, so to say, behind some of the successful Snoop Dogg NFT projects, including a new one that was just released. Can you discuss the new collection on Cardano with Clay Nation?
Yep.
Say
And they
that.
call me Champ.
Oh,
Champ Medici. They don't call me Cordell over here. It's Champ. So, let's get that
Gotcha.
right first. Um, and then salutes to Unc. Unc was actually one of the first, like, from the culture I see speaking on crypto and saying, like, if all the rappers got together and, had their own coin. So, shout out to Unc for really pioneering in this space. Um, the drop we just did was on Cardano's blockchain. We do all our drops on Ethereum. So my mindset was, Snoop Dogg is everywhere in the universe, so we got to put him everywhere in the metaverse. And Cardano, doesn't really get the flowers they deserve because it's a coin that's not really valuable right now. But I just feel like over time everything gonna raise in value, and we just planting seeds where people not thinking, and everybody rushing Ethereum. And right now, my plan is to bring him to Solana, bring him to Cardano, Binance, and really just diversify our portfolio.
Bring him over to
It's
Flow
cool to
too.
get
We
paid.
love to work with him too.
Yeah,
Shit, if
Flow as
the
well.
numbers right, we there. Let's figure it out.
Let's figure it out.
Let's figure it
Absolutely,
out.
yeah. And why do you want to move to Cardano, Solana over Ethereum? What types of things did you run into with Ethereum?
It's
Any
like
problems?
hustling. It's like hustling. Jim Jones not finna just drop music. He gonna make clothes. He gonna make, you feel me? He gonna give you every experience. And I feel like in the metaverse, these kids want more and more and more. Like this just started, so everybody obsessed with it. And if you feel like you should be waiting and not dropping, like, nah, that ain't the mindset. Like when music first dropped, it was song after song after song. To now, it's 40,000 songs being released every day. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like over time, I feel like the market gonna just be so much in demand. Like you gonna need that content. For years they've been saying content is king, and now it's like we can really reap the benefits.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
yeah, with Champ, if I could throw into something there, like first of all, I admire what you've done in this space already, brother, and we figure out a way to get the numbers right. So I can at least talk to about what Champ, what he's thinking about with alternative blockchains. Here's what I tell you, right? I'll bring it like the hustle level is one level. I'll bring it from like this, just from how things have worked in the past. So what was the first search engine? It wasn't Google, right? So the fact is, people looking at this like now, like everybody's on Ethereum, kind of, but not really, right? So on Flow blockchain, we have the NBA is there, with the NFL there. So like, I love to explore, how we can work with Snoop Dogg, how we can work with Swiss Beats, how we can work with others to also make sure that many people are thriving in this space too. So it's Snoop Dogg, but Snoop Dogg can carry a lot of other people with him. And as being the first full-scale Black-owned NFT marketplace, we love to work with people like that to help and to make the technology easier. Because here's the thing. It's not easy on Ethereum. It costs a bunch of money. It costs zero minting fees on ours. It doesn't hurt the environment. And we can also make it so, like, if Snoop Dogg wanted to come on and drop some NFTs to people, our airdrops they cost no money for him to do that. So there's no upfront cost. It's a low cost of barrier, and it's easier for more people. Right now, only 140,000 people own an NFT in the world right now. What is it going to take for us to get to 2, 10, 3, 4, 100 million? It's going to take making sure that it's ease of access. And so that's what I think. I know Solana and others are doing that. That's certainly what our technology is built towards, working to help Snoop Dogg and others and people like that to make it easier. That's why we're working with Jim Jones. He's launching his project, and we're going to make it very easy for him to be able to launch the project in a way that's scalable, quick, and make sure it meets people where they're at. Because people in this space, and I'm sure Champ can speak to that, a lot of people in this space think that, we got to keep things like it is. And no, we have to make sure we make things so people can get on and buy and consume in a way that is where we can meet them, not where we think they should meet us.